Zara, hello. I wanted to talk to you about Christmas. It's coming up soon, and I want to make sure that everything is in order for it.
Hello, Helen. Yes, for the 10th time, I've got everything under control.
It's just, this is the first time that you're hosting Christmas, and we don't want anything to go wrong now, do we? Otherwise, the children will be very upset. Not to mention that a lot of other people are looking forward to this occasion, and we don't want to end up eating burnt or undercooked food.
That won't happen, Helen. I know what I'm doing. I have cooked before, you know.
Yes, I know. But this is for a lot more people. There's a special knack for cooking for 12 plus people, you know? With your limited experience, I would be surprised if you could do it for the first time. We're definitely going to need my help.
I'll be okay, Helen. And you don't need to worry about me. When I was younger, I helped my mom cook Christmas dinner for our family, and there were at least 10 of us every year then. So it'll be just like that.
Yes, but I know what my family likes. Let's face it, I don't think you could make a Christmas dinner that they are going to enjoy. In fact, we'll all probably end up going back home hungry still. I think it might be better if I did the turkey at least. That way everyone will be able to eat the main part of the meal.
Helen, honestly, it'll be okay. I've cooked turkey enough times to know how to do it properly.
Fine. If you think you know how to do it so well, tell me, what temperature does it need to cook at?
Seriously? You're actually going to make me tell you how I cook a turkey?
Yes. I want to know that my family and I aren't going to get food poisoning because of you. I'd rather not spend my Christmas day being sick everywhere.
I cook the turkey at 356 degrees Fahrenheit over the course of a few hours, basting it every hour so that it remains juicy. Is that okay?
Well, if you really want it to remain juicy, then you should baste it every half an hour. That's how I do it, and my family loves the turkey.
Yes, well, I do it every hour and it turns out perfectly fine. Besides, I'll be making the sides too, and I also want to spend a bit of time with my family so that we can actually enjoy the day together.
Well, with that half-assed attitude, I doubt the food will be okay.
Meaning,
If you're going to insist on cooking such an important meal, then you need to be dedicated to it all day, until it's served. You can't just do things half-heartedly. You can spend time with Mike and the kids after the dinner's done.
excuse you, but I will spend my day however I want it. The food will be fine. I'll prep a lot of it the night before so that there isn't a lot to do on the day.
You can't do that.
Why not?
All of the veggies will brown and dry out. No, you need to do it on the day so it's as fresh as possible.
Helen, that just won't be possible, especially with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. I've prepared meals like this before, and they've all turned out fine. This one will be no different. Now, I need to go, so I can't talk any longer. I'll see you at Christmas.
Very well. I'll see you at Christmas. Just be sure that there's extra room in the oven for my backup turkey.
What do you mean your backup turkey?
Yes, I'm going to bring it just in case. I've already asked Mike, and he said it's okay.
Oh, has he now?
He has. So I'll need the oven on the day. It'll be set at 400 Fahrenheit, so any sides will have to be cooked separately so they don't burn. Also, don't forget to add plenty of butter to the mashed potatoes and a high-quality brandy for the Christmas pudding. Something around $30 to $40 should do. Anything cheaper just tastes disgusting, and my family and I will know, and then Christmas will be ruined. You don't want that, do you?
I'm afraid you can't do that. I'm going to need all the oven space I have, so if you want to bring your own turkey, you'll have to cook it at your house.
Fine then. You know, I must say that you are very rude. I'm your mother-in-law, so you should treat me with a lot more respect than you do. Honestly, I don't know what my son sees in you. He should have never married you.
Well, that's not a nice thing to say now, is it?
It doesn't matter. I bet he never told you, but I'd found him a wonderful girl to go out with. I even set them up on a date. Lily was truly wonderful. She would have fit into the family nicely too, unlike you. But for some reason, Mike simply didn't like her as much as he should have. Honestly, I blame you. If only things had worked out between them.
Hang on. Mike went out with someone else? When? Was I seeing him then?
You might have been around then, but I knew that Lily was the one that Mike was truly supposed to be with.
Well then, I've got to go. Goodbye, Helen.
Goodbye.
Mike, honey, are you there?
Hey, sweetie, how's your day going?
Well, not the best, to be honest. Just now, while I was trying to shop for some of the kids' presents, I had your mom message me, telling me all about how she thinks that I'm going to do the Christmas dinner wrong and how none of your family will like what I cook.
God, I'm so sorry, Czar. Honestly, don't listen to her. Everyone will love your cooking. I know I do. In fact, I'd have to say you're a better cook than my mom has ever been.
Really?
Yeah, in my opinion, my mom actually burns the food whenever she cooks it. There's always a bitter taste that goes with it. Plus, this is our first time hosting Christmas, so I'll definitely be around to help if you need or want it.
But your mom said that she had asked you if she could cook a backup turkey in our oven and that you had said yes?
Oh, hang on a minute. I never said anything about her cooking a spare turkey in our oven. We're gonna need that space for the rest of the food. This is the first time that I'm hearing anything about her doing that. She's not texting me to ask at all.
So you didn't tell her she could do that?
No, not at all. I know how important this day is to you, and I never do anything to take it away from you.
Thank you, Mike. You really are the best husband.
I know.
But,
What is it?
well, it's just that your mom mentioned something else.
Yes?
She said that she set you up on a date with a woman called Lily, and that she did it whilst you were seeing me?
Jeez, she told you about that?
So it's true? You were dating other people when we were going out?
No, I promise. Look, my mom did set me up with her, but I swear that I had no clue about what she was doing. It was a surprise blind date. My mom asked me to meet her at a restaurant so we could have dinner together, but when I got there, she told me she wasn't going and that there was a young woman in her place. I was mortified at what she'd done, so I immediately told Lily that I was already in a happy relationship and that I wouldn't leave you for the world.
But why didn't you tell me about it?
I guess I didn't want to taint your opinion of my mom. We'd only been going out for a few months, and I didn't want you to think that my mom hated you.
I see. I guess I see where you're coming from. It would have been a bit awkward. But I know for sure she hates me now. I'll be surprised if she doesn't turn up with an entire Christmas dinner.
Well, this has gone on long enough. I'll not have my own mom disrespecting my wife like this. And to even try and interfere with our marriage and make you doubt my love for you, that's definitely a big no. She needs to be taught a lesson.
But what can we do?
Well, Christmas is coming up.
Do you mean uninvite her?
I think it might be the best option, especially if she's not going to respect us as a couple. I don't want someone so hateful and disrespectful around us during the holidays. If she wants to come, then she needs to apologize to you first.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm so grateful you're willing to stick up for me.
Hey, I love you. Besides, I had to grow up with my mom, so I know what she's like. I'll let her know our decision tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you soon then. Love you.
I love you too.
Zara. Zara, pick your phone up now.
Oh, hello, Helen. How can I help you?
Cut the goody two-shoes act. You know what you've done.
What do you mean?
You've poisoned my own son against me and made him uninvite me from Christmas?
I've not done that, Helen. Your own horridness has done that to you.
Don't lie to me. It's all your fault. I know it.
All I told him was what you said yesterday about how you were going to bring another turkey to undermine me, and how you tried to get me to doubt him by telling me about that Lily girl.
He didn't need to know that, though.
Look, you can come to Christmas at ours once you've apologized to me.
Apologize for what?
For being horrid and trying to take over Christmas despite it being very important to me.
I'm not apologizing. You're a horrible girl, and I wish my son had never met you.
I'm sorry you feel that way when I've been nothing but kind to you.
Whatever. I'll just invite everyone over to mine, and we'll see what a good Christmas you have then.
You can do that if you want. I'll have my family around me, and that's all me and Mike need.
Ugh, I seriously hate you.
I see. Well, I'm not too fond of you either at the minute, so I'm going to go. I hope you have a nice Christmas, Helen. Goodbye.
Well, I hope yours is rubbish.
Well, you won't be there, so I don't think that's possible.
Why, you... Just you wait and see.
Helen never did apologize, and instead she tried to tell all of her side of the family to go to hers instead of mine and Mike's. Unfortunately for her, though, a lot of the relatives declined and came to us instead. claiming something about her food is too dry. My Christmas dinner went down perfectly, with many people telling me how tasty my turkey was. I felt bad for Helen a little bit, but I also know that boundaries need to be set and toxic people need to be left behind. Hopefully, she'll come around one day and stop being so hateful and mean-spirited. Fingers crossed.
I'm on my way home. Did you need me to pick up anything?
We need to talk.
What? Is something wrong?
This is my final request. As of today, I am going to quit being your wife. I just can't continue living with you anymore. In the 10 years we've been married, I've never been happy. I deserve my happiness, as do you. I won't sue you for all the emotional abuse you inflicted on me. In exchange, I have one last request. Please make sure our children are happy. Well, goodbye.
Okay.
What? All you have to say is, okay? Don't you have anything else you want to say to me? I wrote so much. I thought long and hard about my words. I can't believe how cold you are. That's just plain mean.
What's the matter? How do you want me to react? Do you know how many times you've texted me things like this in the past? I'm really tired of it. If you really want out, fine.
Wait a minute. Don't give up so easily. Don't you have something you need to say to me? Can you really let me go so easily? Are you really my husband?
Like I said, what do you want to do? You want a divorce, right? How many times do you want to send this let's break up text? You tell me. How do you want me to react?
Well, beg me to stay. You want me to stay, right? I know you do. I know you still love me, Leonard.
Actually, I'm done. I'm really tired of this. I mean, let's break up. It's like you said, Bianca. We aren't happy.
What are you doing? Are you really my husband? Stop fooling around. Convince me to stay.
What do you want? I can't believe you said you want to leave the kids behind. Was that a joke? If so, you have a dark sense of humor.
I'm not joking. But unless I resort to these methods, you won't talk to me about this distance between us.
In the beginning, I was open to talking things over. But after receiving these texts every week for the last 6 months, I've been thinking maybe it's better for us to separate. So I'm preparing Danny.
What? Preparing? What are you preparing Danny for?
I'm preparing him for the divorce. It's what you want, right? I've begun to think it's a good solution as well. I feel bad asking you to stay when you really want to go.
You don't need to feel bad about that. If you ask me to stay, I have no choice but to return, right?
Does that mean you aren't home now?
I'm not home, and I'm not returning until you apologize.
Apologize for what?
That's what causes all of our problems. Your inability to apologize when you do something wrong.
If I am wrong, I have no problem apologizing. But in this case, I don't feel I've done anything wrong. Is this about how I couldn't get the children to go to sleep quickly and quietly last night? Is that why you were so upset? I've always wondered why putting the kids to bed is always my responsibility and never yours.
You try to make me do all the housework. You are the worst. That's what's known as emotional abuse.
Do all the housework? You don't do anything except for cooking. And you call yourself a stay-at-home mom?
Don't make fun of stay-at-home moms. You don't know how busy I am.
I understand. I know you're busy with the children's elementary school, kindergarten activities, PTA. I appreciate it. But you know I have a job. And yet still I need to help the kids with their baths, do the laundry, wash the dishes, clean the house. All of it. And if I do something that isn't to your liking, you get upset and run away from home and text me these threatening messages. Honestly, I'm tired. So I decided the next time you do this, I'd divorce you.
What? Are you serious? You want a divorce? You know you can't survive without me. You don't need to pretend. Be honest to yourself. All you need to do is apologize and beg me to stay.
I just got home.
Are you even listening to me?
You left the kids home alone and just left?
This is not about the children. It's about me.
I can't even imagine what would possess you to do this. Bella is only 3. She could have gotten hurt.
But Danny is already in the 3rd grade, so I knew they would be fine.
What if one of them got hurt? Or a robber or a druggie broke into our house? To leave our young children at home alone is totally irresponsible.
Our children, our children. Is that all you care about? Don't you care about me? Are you happy with the way things are between us?
I was concerned about you, Bianca, but not anymore. I really can't do this anymore.
What do you mean you can't do this? Aren't you going to come and beg me to stay?
I'm not going to chase after you. Please, divorce me. You do not need to come back here ever again.
What? Do you know what you are saying? Don't think for a moment it will be easy to get rid of me.
I didn't get rid of you. You left on your own. In fact, you pull this same stunt every week. It's always once a week, right? By the way, when you leave the kids home all alone once a week, do you think I don't know what you're doing?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Did you really think I'm the stupid, naive husband who doesn't know where his wife is and what she is doing? It'll probably shock you, but I know what you're up to. I had you investigated.
Investigated? What are you talking about?
Put your hand on your heart and think about it. But then again, it wouldn't be your hand on your heart, but the hand of that man.
That man? What man? Are you insane?
You are such a bad actress. If you really want to be with that man, why didn't you straight out ask me for a divorce? Instead, you sneak around and use me as an excuse to run away from home. You play dirty, Bianca.
I have no idea what you're saying, but if you want to divorce me, I'll expect to receive alimony and child support from you.
Alimony and child support. You are so predictable.
Well then, I'll expect to get what I am entitled to.
I've already consulted a lawyer. You won't be receiving a penny from me. I don't have any obligation to pay you alimony or child support. You were unfaithful. You need to provide me compensation for emotional distress.
What? That's ridiculous. Leonard, you're the one who wants a divorce. If you really want to divorce me, you're the one that needs to pay.
For the record, all those texts I received from you saying you wanted a divorce, I've taken screenshots of them and printed them out, so don't worry.
Why do I have to worry? So I sent a few texts. So what?
It proves I wasn't the one who started this let's get a divorce business. But I really don't need that evidence, as you were the one who was having an affair. Your affair allows me to seek punitive damages.
What about the emotional abuse you inflicted on me? I suffered too. I told you I would keep quiet about the emotional abuse. But you're going to sue me for my affair? I'm not going to pay you anything.
You'll pay. And I know you've been transferring money from my bank to your own.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You must be mistaken.
I know this has been going on for a few months now. This could be construed as a crime. That bank account has money from when I was single, so it's not our common property. I expect you to return all the money you stole from me.
Really, Leonard? I only transferred the amount I needed to cover our living expenses. You never realized how tight things were.
You also withdrew a lot of the money we had in our joint account. I never understood why you needed so much money each month, until I realized you were secretly stashing the money for your divorce fund.
But I didn't realize you would divorce me this quickly. Well, expect to pay child support.
That's true. I have an obligation to pay child support so you can take care of our children. And I was planning to give you child support money until I realized today you really don't want the kids.
What? Of course I want them.
If you really cared for the children, you wouldn't leave a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old all alone at home without even locking the front door. That's enough. I don't want to hear any excuses.
I wasn't going to tell you an excuse.
Of course it's going to be an excuse. There is no good reason that allows you to leave 2 young children home alone. And today you texted me. I have one last request. Don't worry, I will make sure our children are happy. So I also have one last request. Please, divorce me.
Bianca rushed home, but no one was home. Leonard had taken the children to his parents' house. He took a few days off from work to make arrangements with his parents about the children. Bianca went to her parents' house as well. She took her parents to Leonard's parents' home to try to get her children back. But when Leonard calmly revealed the details of Bianca's affair, Bianca's father became enraged and struck her. After which, Bianca's mother and father profusely apologized to Leonard for their daughter's indiscretion. But Leonard could not forgive Bianca and is proceeding with the divorce. He is also suing Bianca's lover for damages. Her lover is also married, so this is causing problems in her lover's marriage as well. The only good thing in this whole mess is the children are with their loving grandparents and seem to be happy they are properly being cared for.